What is going on, people? Today I am gonna dub this the Colosseum Hero Day because I'm gonna be going over all 5 heroes today. So all 5 videos are going to be coming out today. Now, the first one that we're going to be going over is the Grove Guardian because that was my number 5. Also, a side note, it's really interesting because in this videos for Colosseum, I'm getting less views, but it's saying that people are watching almost twice as long as a regular video. So it's kind of like, it's really interesting. It's a weird dynamic, but either way, before we even get into the Colosseum stuff, right? Grove Guardian is the best range hero in the game for attacking, outside of course like the 11k heroes and whatnot, but this is the best range hero in the game for attacking. So if you needed another reason to get him, that would be it. But regardless of all that, let's just take a look at Grove Guardian and go more in depth as to what he does. Now, the way that I look at him is he is very anti-mage, which Colosseum a lot of times is overrun with mages. You got Incinerator, Petite Devil, Witch Doll, Lore Weaver, you go on and on. There's so many, Snell Princess, there's so many mages out there, and he is one of the best counters for all of them. Now, first of all, let's take a look at the first one, Nut Shot. That's kind of funny. Shoots a large nut at a target, dealing damage and inflicting stun for 3 seconds. First of all, stuns in Colosseum are invaluable. Unfortunately, it's like at a random target a lot of times, but still, a 3-second stun, especially if it's somebody that he's targeting, like an assassin, etc., that can be debilitating for that assassin. So, and also, it's a pretty decent burst damage ability. Next one, Poison Paradise. Lobs a poisonous mushroom at a target, dealing damage and inflicting poison for 3 seconds. So essentially what this does is, while the other one was pretty much just like a burst damage, this is the other way around. This is damage over time. Like I mentioned before, this kind of ability is good because even if he does get stunned, put to sleep, whatever it may be, you're still going to be doing damage so long as he uses this before he gets stunned or etc. So that's really good. And then his active, every so often the Grove Guardian flings a burning seed at his target, dealing damage to nearby enemies in a medium area, which basically does area of effect damage. And the heroes that you usually pair up with him are usually ones that are good for crowd control, and by crowd control I mean they help you keep the enemy teams together, either that or keeping them in their side. So that's why you see him a lot with Berserker, Don Guapo, etc. Those are heroes that they either infiltrate the enemy line, or it keeps pushing them back in Berserker's instance. So this is really good. But of course, Jam Factory, his ultimate ability, is the main reason he's such a mage counter. Pelts nearby enemies in a medium area with fruit, dealing damage 3 times. Also inflicts silence for 3 seconds. A 3-second silence for a mage can literally be the death of it, okay? The damage for this isn't really great, but where it lies, the greatest thing is that silence, because if you use this in the enemy side and you catch a Petite Devil, a Lore Weaver together, for instance, oh man, that's gonna literally take them out of the game. So you see, basically, he has a stun and a burst damage in Nut Shot. He has area over time. He has damage in an area, and he has a silence. But there's a couple of hidden things that isn't necessarily something that you can see from here, and it's something that you have to actually watch. Now, one of his best partners is literally right next to him right now, the Witch Doll. And the reason the Witch Doll with Grove Guardian go well together, especially with the Lore Weaver, it's funny how they're all like next to each other. The reason that trio right there works really well is because usually with Lore Weaver, if you want to take out a Lore Weaver, what would you do? You would use assassins. But if you use Witch Doll and Grove Guardian, what ends up happening is that Witch Doll does have higher intelligence than the Lore Weaver. So you see 1268 compared to 1264, literally a 4-point difference. But that makes it to where the assassins will first target the witch doll, and that is paramount, because remember, witch doll is going to bring a defensive passive that's going to help you survive. And Grove Guardian does something that not every hero does. Whenever an assassin jumps over to the witch doll, Grove Guardian is going to be right next to her, and every time he attacks, it seems like he automatically retargets to whatever is nearest to him. He doesn't just stay stuck on the tank. And there are a lot of heroes that kind of do that, like Tracker. Once Tracker is locked into the tank, even if there's a Demon Slayer next to her, she does not turn around and attack that Demon Slayer. But Grove Guardian has a weird ability to where he just turns around and attacks whatever's closest, which is usually assassins, which is great because then what happens is Witch Doll and Grove Guardian attacks them together. But you know what? Forget about all of that. Let me actually show you what I mean. Let's go ahead and go over to my Colosseum. I did get a couple of replays here, so let's take a look at this first one, okay? Now, let's take a look at this team, right? So the main focus on that enemy team is that Demon Slayer. You take out that Demon Slayer, you're probably after that gonna win pretty easily. But remember what I just said. The Demon Slayer should be baited over to the Witch Doll, which actually can take a decent hit. And then the Witch Doll and the Grove Guardian will work together to take him out. And I want you to watch the Grove Guardian and how he just magically turns around. Watch this, watch this, watch this, okay? Right now, he's targeting the Rose Knight. Does the nut shot, and then he's automatically now he's attacking that Demon Slayer. He was attacking the Rose Knight, and now he's onto that Demon Slayer. And once they're done, it's over. And now he's using his ultimate ability on that Lore Weaver, which effectively took out the Lore Weaver. And once you take out Demon Slayer and Lore Weaver combo from that team, they are neutered. They're not going to do anything to you. So, very, very good example on that. There is another one that there were double assassins. And actually, let me see if I can find it. Was it this one? Yeah, there we go. So, this is double assassins and a Don Guapo. So, you have basically 3 heroes that are going to come over to this side. And I want you to take a look at what Grove Guardian does, okay? He's attacking the Don Guapo right now. He just switched over to the Demon Slayer. And then watch this combo right here, okay? Boom. He's going to go ahead and proc on all of them. And we're going to get ahead that nice heal. And now the Witch Doll Grove Guardian combination is just going to absolutely wreak havoc on all of them. So essentially what ends up happening here is, especially with assassin teams, when you take out the assassins, they're pretty much done. Now keep in mind that right now they still do have 1 assassin on the field, but what does he do? He changes target right away to that assassin, and even though they got the Witch Doll down, you took out their main damage. Like, they don't have the damage to take you down, so it's all just a matter of time, and that's really, really impressive. Now, this is Grove Guardian against an 11k hero. You see Lightweaver down there. Excuse you. So this 2 things are gonna happen here. So we have the Demon Slayer to worry about. So Demon Slayer jumps over. Now he's going to retarget away from the Don Guapo, which he does so well at retargeting to those assassins, and that's why he's so good. And watch this double proc on the assassin and in the Don Guapo. That is so much damage. Like, they had no shot right there. So the Don Guapo and the Demon Slayer are both done. But remember, that Lightweaver is still going to be doing some decent damage. But guess what? We have that Mage Killer on our hand. And there it is. There is our silence. There is going to be a heal and another stun. And then from there, you take out the Witch Doll. And it's just pretty much GG. Like I mentioned, Grove Guardian is the best hero to bait Demon Slayers and Femme Fatales, etc. into a Witch Doll, or even if you put him next to the healer, he is such a good hero at helping your healer or whatever magic caster they're going to be targeting, what you would call peel, because he is not just going to let them get destroyed. He will help them out. And I don't know why other heroes don't do that. They just retarget to whatever's closest. But he does it really well. And it's one of the main reasons he definitely made my top 5. Just because he is, like, whenever I see a Demon Slayer, I'm already thinking Witch Doll, Growth Guardian, because to me, that's already a counter. Unless the Constellation buffs up Assassins like so much to where the damage is just way too much, anytime I see Assassins, I'm thinking, okay, Witch Doll, Growth Guardian will take care of that. So, like I mentioned, Growth Guardian is definitely one of my favorites at the moment. If there's anything else that I missed that you really like about Growth Guardian that I might have failed to mention, definitely leave it in the comment section. But like I mentioned today, all 5 heroes will have a review with some Colosseum replays, etc. So, hopefully you guys enjoy. Appreciate you guys for watching, and until later, bye.